Cherise, and today I'll be showing you guys how I got these long 36-inch soft locks. So first we're going to jump into the hair that I use. I purchased the Bobbi Boss New Locks in 36 inches. It comes in a pack like this. It was $18 per pack. I don't know where I was just looking at. It's $18 per pack. So I did purchase 3 but only used 2. I will count when I'm done with this video and put in how many locks I do have in my head, so you'll know how much 2 packs was, because I did use just about full of the second pack. So yeah. Second, for the hair I used to wrap around and make it distressed, I did purchase the Expression Twisted Up Springy Afro Twist in the length of 24 inches. It does come with 3 bundles. And I purchased 2 bags of this. Each was at about $9 each. So yeah, and of course you're gonna need a rat tail comb and some clamps like this, or any clamps that you have in your house. I also used my Shine and Jam, the yellow cap, of course. I have used the red cap before and I kind of like it. So if you feel like your hair is pretty thick and you want a stronger hold, you can buy the red cap, because that's thicker. Like this one is, I don't know how to explain it, but the red cap is thicker than the yellow cap. I also purchased these nail glue, yeah. And I bought these in a pack of 5 for $5 from my beauty supply. And then of course you're going to need, or if you have some, you can use mousse. I wasn't able to use mine, which you will see in the video, because I did drop it and the cap fell off. But instead, for an alternate, I did use my Got to Be Free spray. And I actually think I like this better than the mousse, just because I just feel like it's a better hold than the mousse. And at the end of the video, you will see that I boiled a pot of water, brought it in here, and I took a towel, dipped the towel in the water and put it on my head, just so like the steam can soak into my locks. I do that instead of dipping these, because of course they're not braids, so you don't necessarily have to dip them. But if you do want to do that, it will kind of lock them in better. So if you just dip a towel, sit it on there on your head, move it around, grab it like this, yeah, it'll lock up. But other than that, I think that is all I used. Let me make sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all I used, y'all. Oh, I do have a rack, you can buy it from any sewing store, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, JOANN'S, anywhere. It's a sewing rack for your thread. That saves so much time, y'all. You just put it on, you can separate your hair, put it on, you'll be moving, I promise. This style did take me, I started at 3:30, 3:45, finished at 9. So it's almost 6 hours, but I did take breaks and I was watching TikTok, and then I ate, and then I answered a few emails. So I don't know the exact time to give y'all, just tell you what time I ended. So yeah, it doesn't take that long. The style is pretty lightweight. And yeah, I'm gonna stop talking and we're just gonna go ahead and get into the video.
So right here, guys, I am just parting off the front of my head, because when I do my hair, I personally don't care how the back looks, because they're locks. So I don't really care that much. And I try to make it look semi-decent in the front. So I do still do boxes in the front, but in the back I do free part, which is probably why it only took me about 50 minutes to part the back of my hair. 50, if that, honestly. It probably took me 40, 45, because parting the back of my hair, I just really don't care. So now that the front of my hair is pulled up, I am going to go through with those two combs. I really only used the orange comb. I literally only used that black comb at that time. So right here, I'm just going to go through and free part, like I just said, and plait my hair down. It honestly doesn't matter how far you plait it down. You can go halfway or just do like 4. But I ended up going back and just going all the way down, just so my hair won't really stick out in the lock and I won't have to worry too much when it comes to making sure that they're covered. So I did finish parting the back of my head off camera because I figured you guys really didn't want to see it, primarily because you can't see the back of my head right now. So in the next clip, I will have made it to the top, and then you will see me start to do boxes. Now with these locks, you can wear them as a middle part or a side part. So always make sure to make your middle part so you can do your hair as a middle part, and you can always pull your hair to the side. When parting your hair, you want to make sure that you're braiding pretty tightly around your roots, but not too tight to where the crochet needle can go through. Just make sure you do it tight. I honestly did mine a little too tight. Y'all, my head was like throbbing when I was done because I did just have that wig on, and my cornrows were pretty tight. So my head is pretty tender right now, and it was hurting when I was braiding, y'all. So when I finished plaiting my hair, I did end up with 8 rows at the top of my head. I always make sure that I part my top a little bit smaller so it'll last a lot longer and I won't have to refresh my edges as much. Now when doing my locks, I do like to go row by row. So when I get to the next row, I do put both of my locks in or a lock in for each plait so it'll go a lot faster. I just like having my own like steps for it. So I do the locks and then I go through and individually do each like wrapping. So now I'm about to take my springy afro twist, but before I do that, I always have to have my little chapstick breaks because I can never walk around with chapped lips, y'all. Like honestly, I have an obsession with Carmex, but it's okay because you would never catch me with my lips chapped. But back to the hair. So I take this hair and I did slow it down for y'all. You want to hold the hair at your root with your index finger and your thumb. So when you're twisting it at your root, and the plait will tighten up at your root as well. I always wrap at the root 3 to 4 times before I move my index finger and my thumb and start going down the log just so it is secure. And then you will see me go down the log in the same motion. You want to keep the hair flat all the way around because if you just start wrapping it and don't keep it flat as you're twisting it, it'll just look like you just twisted hair around and it won't really look like a lock. Now to make it distressed, I do the thumb method to make that look, and you will see later at a better angle how I'm doing it. But for right now, all I do is before I wrap it, I take a little piece out with my index finger. Then I grab that piece with my thumb and wrap, like just continue wrapping as I was. But before you want to go down, you want to wrap over your thumb 1 to 2 times just to make sure that that hole or that little loop distressed look that you just made will stay in place. Now, once I get to the end of wrapping the first piece of hair, you don't have to worry about gluing it just yet. You're going to take the next piece of hair, fluff it out, or stretch it out, if I may say, and you're going to hold it just like you did at your root with your thumb and your index finger. Wrap 3 times before you start going down, and the hair is on. So you will only have to glue when you get to the end of the second piece of hair. Now, y'all, I'm pretty short, so I did have to go get one of the bar stools from the kitchen so I could show you guys the entire lock. So you're about to see me get on top of it and get a little taller so you guys can see. Also, putting the lock in your mouth will honestly help so your hair will still be laying flat as you go down, because if you keep it like far from your face, it'll start to look like you're just wrapping hair around the lock and it won't look like a lock. So make sure that you find like a way to keep the lock kind of close so you can make sure that you're wrapping it around the way you're supposed to. Now with the nail glue, I do put it on the hair before I wrap it around and on the base of the lock that I am wrapping around. But I do make sure that I only use a little bit and not too much. You will get this glue on your hands and it is okay. It will come off. And I figured out that if you rub your hands after you like touch it, it kind of go like the gluey feel kind of goes away once you're done, and it won't be like as hard. So once again, you're going to hold it with your thumb and your index finger, wrap around 3 times, and then start going down the lock. And always make sure that the hair is flat. Now, I do use my index finger and my thumb. It really just depends on how fast I'm going to make sure that I'm keeping the hair flat as I wrap around. Now I'm going to let it play for the next 2 locks, and I will come back at the 3rd lock so I can give a further explanation on the thumb method that I use to distress the lock. Okay, so right here you will see me take my index finger, pull out a little piece, and put my thumb through it, and easily just wrap it around like I was the lock, like as I was wrapping the lock. It is that simple, y'all. Honestly, sometimes I do hear that the thumb method doesn't work for everyone, so I don't really know any other way to do it because I do the thumb method. But if you find another way that works for you, then that is great, because I know some people do struggle using the thumb method. Now, when you're officially done, you do want to go through and look around your head to make sure that there's no like locks where your hair is sticking out. I did find one, and I just took some wrapping hair, cut it in half, and wrapped around as I was doing the other ones just to hide my hair. And that's really all you have to do. And in the next clip, you will see me. I'm going to have a pot of boiling water, which you won't see. It's in the sink. I took a towel and dipped it in there while it's still hot, and I just used the steam to kind of lock them all together. Now, usually when I'm done with my hair and my client's hair, I do use this mousse you can find at your beauty supply. I'll put the name down below, but I couldn't today because it was broke. So I did go through with my Got to Be Glued Freeze Spray, and I honestly liked it a lot better than the mousse just because it gives a better hold than mousse does. And I just feel like mousse is a lot more work because you got to make sure it's dry and your scalp isn't white and all of that, you know. But now I'm just doing my edges. I use the Eco Styler and the Edge Booster. That's not the Edge Booster I normally use. I left mine at my apartment in San Antonio, so I did have to use my mom's. I just feel like when you find the scent that you like, that's really the only one that you're going to like on your hair. Because I really don't like this one. This one doesn't really hold my hair like the blueberry one does. And I know it sounds crazy, but I've heard other people tell me that when they find their scent, that's the only one that they like on their hair. Now I'm just feeling myself because honestly, I love soft locks on myself, y'all. Like, this is my favorite hairstyle on me forever. Like, any lock style I do, I just love it. So you're just going to see me feeling myself for a few seconds. But other than that, that is the end of this tutorial. And I really hope you guys enjoyed and learned. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And all of the materials and my social media will be down below for you guys to see. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.